Today, I'm going to be starting a new series called Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. This is Season 1, Episode 1. I came across the thumbnail the other day when I was scrolling on Amazon Prime. It kind of reminded me of the show Unsolved Mysteries, just from the title and the thumbnail. Obviously, Beyond Belief, fact or fiction. That made me think of mysteries and supernatural. It also reminded me of, Ripley's Believe It or Not, where you're kind of guessing if this is fact or fiction. And I like that, based off the title, there's going to be this more interactive element where you guess if the stories you're presented with are real or not, whereas, with Unsolved Mysteries or something, it's in the title. So it's pretty obvious that you're going to be watching an unsolved mystery, and I'm curious to see how easy it is to tell how fake they are, if they're real stories, if it's very hard to tell what's real and what's not, especially, as I've been watching more supernatural shows and horror movies and stuff like that. I feel like there's been a wide range of stuff that I was like, there's no way that's real. And, it turns out to be based on a true story or something like that. So I'm very curious to see what this is all about. This won't be part of the regular schedule. I will just try and do a couple episodes a month. I'm just trying to gauge what the reaction is. If people are interested in this type of content, maybe I'll make it a Patreon, watch party as we get later into the episodes. So yeah, I'm very curious to see if people enjoy these types of reactions, because I'm guessing like the other two shows, it's going to be more of an anthology. So there's not really a reoccurring, cast of characters or storylines. Each episode will be different based off what I've seen, from Unsolved Mysteries and, other shows like that. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
A world where the line between fact and fiction is almost imperceptible.
He looks familiar, but I can't place him. So yeah, I'm curious to see.
Or fiction. Hosted by James Brolin.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've seen him in American or Amityville Horror.
Fantasy. To do so, you must break through the web of your experience and open your mind to things beyond belief.
Hey, that's the name of the movie.
This word may look like it spells false to you.
Because it does.
It shows that it can also be true.
Wow, plot twist.
Remain the same. At the end of the program, we'll tell you which stories are totally false and which ones have true written on them.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how good I am at this.
And has been seeing things lately, frightening things. Will her visions turn out to be reality?
Oh, stupid jump scare got me. He looked blurry, like he didn't look right. I was just about to check like the video quantity and see what's going on. Quality.
I was terrified about my mental state and about that frightening image that I couldn't get out of my head.
I don't think those creepy pictures are helping. Get rid of those paintings. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That was gruesome. And it kind of looked like her. Like, is it her? What? She's got a ghost.
The chances of that are so slim, Mona. Look, you're stronger than that.
Well, what if we got rid of the mirror?
Yeah, if it's just the one mirror, then get rid of
I
it.
wanted to be a strong partner for him, but I felt myself losing him and my mind at the same time.
I feel bad. This does not sound like a good story.
I knew that George was trying to force me to confront my demons.
What is he reading?
He just didn't know how real they were to me.
Yeah, he knows it bugs her, and he's like, go do it anyway. Go deal with your problems. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Terrifying. Terrifying. No. Oh, she's so bloody. Oh my god. No, thank you.
Trembling inside, but I was determined to hold on to my sanity. I don't know why I didn't just sleep downstairs that night.
Yeah, or like put something over the mirror. Like, there's got to be other options. I would have to think out of the house so fast.
I didn't care what Dr. Hayes might think. I was home alone, and I was going to do something to calm my fears.
Yeah, exactly. Like, cover it up. So far, I think this one's real, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how good I am at this game. Now someone's breaking in? What? She's got ghosts and burglars? Oh, look at those muddy feet print. That's not good. That's not good at all. This poor lady just can't catch a break. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Is that what happened to that lady? Oh, goodbye. Over the stairs. See you later.
When his record sheet was checked, it was found that in the last year he had escaped from the police after murdering a woman.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
After that day, she never saw the image again. Is this story inspired by actual events?
I think so.
Mirrors.
I think it's real, but we'll find out, yeah.
Or fiction.
I'm curious to see, like, what lengths they go to make it fake.
Composed of little more than wood, leather straps, and electrical wiring. Yet it's one of the most reliable execution devices of modern times.
Well, that's still horrifying. Yeah.
The blindfold goes back to the days of the firing squad. For electrocutions, it also holds the eyes in place.
Oh, gross.
There was no physical evidence. The weapon used to commit the murder was never found. Ray had no alibi. Calvin had no defense.
Oh, that sucks. I think it's real so far. I feel like I'm gonna think they're all real. But I've seen, like, I don't remember his specific name, and they said they changed the names for the stories anyway. Yeah, I definitely feel like I've heard cases that have, like, wrongful convictions, stuff like that, people on death row. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's real so far. We'll see what happens.
Time.
That'd be so scary. Oh my god. Could you imagine, like, you're already terrified and then now this, like, delay. I mean, you obviously don't want to die, but still. Like, the anticipation. What happens if it doesn't work? Like, what's their backup plan? Oh, thank God.
Edmonston was granted a 24-hour reprieve. Prison officials worked all night and found no electrical defect.
Oh, something intervened, perhaps? If he's innocent?
It's time, Ray.
It would just be like, the mind games of knowing, like, we're just going back to do this again. He seems like, no, totally fine with it. He's not unnerved at all. He's like, okay, cool, let's do this.
The robbery were the same ones who had investigated Ray's case. They were startled by the resemblance of the robbery suspect to Ray.
It definitely looks like him, and they have police photos or reenacted police photos.
Were completed. The gunman confessed to the murder for which Ray had spent more than 6 years behind.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
Days before his 50th birthday, Ray was free to make something of his life at last.
Could you imagine? I want to say it is.
Or that bulb in your house that only goes on when it wants to.
Yeah, like, I'm sure there's a logical explanation as to why the chair didn't go off, but, like, based on the concept of the show, obviously it's leading to something else.
Could you take these to the post office for me?
Sure, it's the least I could do since you're letting us stay at the Ritz.
Big spender. Okay, I'm curious. I feel like 1 out of 3 has to be fake, right? I don't know.
That's strange.
I'm guessing that wasn't Vicky on the phone.
If so, then.
He said the connection was weird.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I don't even remember why we used to come here.
She looks familiar as an actress, but I can't place her right now.
I used to always let me pick out the songs in the jukebox that was over there.
Oh, yeah. Once you started dancing, we could never get you to come back to the table. Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up, man? Well, what kind of accident? Oh, is Vicky okay?
That's the earring they were just talking about, yeah. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Oh no, the ghost called her.
10:30 this morning.
That can't be. There must be some kind of mistake because,
She's getting way more upset than he is.
after 11.
He was just talking about like she was the love of his life and not a tear. Like, I'm getting a little teary-eyed. Oh my gosh, this guy.
It's gonna be okay, right?
They're all dead.
Nothing from this guy. Nothing. Oh my god, the ghost. I still...
Last time. She's gone, baby.
I know they can't all be real. I'm gonna say this one's fake, even though I would believe it if it was real, but I don't know. The earring seems a little bit too much, like too convenient, but we'll find out.
Her daughter from the road. Or maybe this story never really happened at all.
See, that makes me think it's fake. I don't know. I don't know.
Out at the end of our show. Next, a tale of lust and revenge on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Wow, okay.
And although Shakespeare wasn't above the use of violence, he always made sure his tragedies had plenty of fate and irony.
Yep, very rich in that concept, yes. The pictures look real, but yeah, again, I'm curious. Now I'm like questioning everything, obviously. Okay. Not where I thought this was going.
Sharon's husband, John, was a cop. He trained other cops.
A little too liked, I'm guessing. That's why she wasn't worried by the police car. I was like, you should, be a little bit more concerned, but obviously he's a police officer. Oh, John, you silly goose.
Sharon, I...
Get out! Both of you get the hell out!
Just give me...
You're not going to Paris.
I want you out now!
Oh!
Sharon, put down the gun.
How could you do this, John?
Sharon.
It's our anniversary.
Yeah, not a great move. Oh, no! Oh, no.
Sharon.
Someone's... Oh, God. No, 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 no. I don't like this at all. Oh!
When the gun went off, Sharon never had a chance.
Oh, my gosh. That's horrible. Oh, my gosh. Dang, Sharon, that sucks. She never got to go to Paris either. Oh, what a horrible ending. I think this one is real as well, but...
In this case, it seemed so absolutely unfair. The authorities cleared John of any wrongdoing and declared the case closed.
What? How does he get away with it? I know it was an accident, but still, come on.
John worked alone in his yard. He was the perfect target. But that day, fate stepped in and took over.
Oh, revenge of the best friend. Okay.
Thankfully, the shot missed. John never even heard it.
And she's like, you know what? Forget it. It wasn't meant to be. I had one shot. I'll give up my murderous scheme.
John and his lover eventually got married. She never liked Sharon's tree, so she asked John to cut it down.
Because they carved their initials into it? Oh my gosh, what is this?
I guess it reminded her too much of Sharon. And that did.
Yeah, no kidding. You gotta go the other way, bud. That's gonna fall on you. Ooh!
John!
Did you just get chainsawed?
Blood appeared. The chainsaw blade had somehow struck the bullet and shot it straight into John's heart.
Oh!
As fate has a funny way of evening.
Delayed revenge. That's why I was like, how, what, did he chainsaw himself? Like, what's going on? Dang! Okay.
Shot into a tree, be dislodged years later to find its original.
No, I'm gonna say this is fake. I changed my mind. Changed my mind.
Projectile again? Or maybe this is simply a fable, and our writing staff is guilty of firing blanks.
This story will be revealed in our final act. Next, an eerie tale of a house and a haunting dream on Beyond Belief.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I'd say the first two were real and the second two were fake.
Alicia. Hey, you okay? You're talking in your sleep.
She mention an address at all? A street, number, anything?
Someday we'll buy one just like it. But for now, let's focus on a place we can afford, okay?
Too relatable.
That's the house I've been dreaming about. I can't believe it.
Yeah, here's fine. The middle of the road's good. That's a beautiful house, but not for sale.
Hurry, Daniel.
It's beautiful. Hold on, Alicia.
Yeah, this is somebody else's house. Oh god, nobody locks their doors. Why are you just walking inside?
Sorry, we're house hunting.
Well, you're in luck. This place is going on the market today.
Oh, Daniel.
7.5 million.
Wow. Looks like you've bought yourself a house.
Daniel!
What? Come on.
And the house is worth a lot.
A lot more, I know. What can I say? The owner instructed me to take the first offer, period.
Okay, that's sus. Why are they trying to get rid of it?
What's wrong with the house? Nothing structurally. It's just...
Haunted? Ghosts? What are we talking about?
The owners are convinced that the place is haunted.
There she is.
It's you. You're the ghost. You're the one haunting this house.
What?
You were here every night.
What? Explain. How is she the ghost?
Every night. But that was only in my dreams, wasn't it?
I don't think that one's real. That's too weird.
Seen the image of a woman roaming her property, and when she saw Alicia, she immediately connected her as that woman.
I don't know. I don't know.
Find out which stories are inspired by actual events and which are fabrications on Beyond Belief.
The last one's, yeah, I'm stuck on the last one. So I said true for the first two, false for the next two, and then the last one, I false? I don't know.
Seemed like something that you might have read about in the papers. Well, you might have. The events took place.
Yes.
A chair that wouldn't work.
I feel like this one's true as well.
Did this story seem impossible to you? Congratulations. It's total fiction.
Ah, I fell for it. Dang it.
From the other side.
What's up, man? What kind of accident? Is Vicky okay?
Then I think this one's true. Because I was like, there has to be one fake one. But I said this one's false. So I'll stick with it.
Did you think it was based on truth?
Yes.
Not this time.
Oh, okay, good. I got it. Okay.
Our tale of the wronged wife, the philandering husband, and the avenging bullet.
This one I said was false as well.
Did you think this story was false?
Yes.
Absolutely wrong.
No.
Find its mark.
Oh my gosh.
The final plot told of the couple who were searching for their dream house.
2 out of 4 so far.
It's you. You're the ghost.
Do you think that you've got this one figured out?
I don't know. Nope.
Yes.
I'm bad at this.
So how did you do at separating the real from the unreal tonight?
2 out of 5.
Stories were inspired by actual events, and 2 were complete works of fiction.
Dang it. Not great at this, obviously. Now I kind of know what they're gonna go for.
On Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. This is Don LaFontaine.
Who's Don LaFontaine? I wish I would have got more. I thought I would, to be honest. So that was my first time watching Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, Season 1, Episode 1. I wasn't expecting there to be so many stories. I think, with my comparing it to Unsolved Mysteries or Ripley's Believe It or Not, there was like 3, but we had 5 stories in this one, which was crazy that they were packing in so many stories in each episode. I don't know if that will be the theme going forward, if that's the formula. There'll be 5 stories per episode, and that's kind of why when we got to the third one I was like, oh, this has got to be like the last story, and one of them has to be fake. So I was like, well, I've said the first few were true, so I have to kind of lean towards fake for this one. So sadly I only got 2 out of the 5 correct, and 1 was a true story and 1 was a fake story. So I mean, I guess it's better than 0, but still, the electrical chair one, they had like police photos, which obviously were reenactments, but they would also be reenactments for the show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would be interesting to see where they draw the line, like how far they're willing to go to make these fake stories. So I'm definitely going to be a lot more cautious with my responses, I think, in the future episodes. And I know it's not like a game, but I just want to see how many I can get right and how crazy they go with these stories, like how outlandish they become. Because yeah, especially when you're dealing with supernatural things are going to happen that wouldn't normally seem like a regular conversation. Like even the first one, I was like, okay, maybe the burglar didn't come in. Like that seemed like an addition to the story, obviously with the lady in the mirror as well, but that one turned out to be true. And then with the singer, I was like, okay, this one seems a bit too like cut and dry. There didn't seem to be enough to make it real, and also, you know, just happens to find the earring. Like it felt like something that could be easily, you know, contrived and easily made up. So those are the two that I got right. And then the last one, I was like, it could be fake, but then when they find out that she's the one haunting it, it felt more true. So maybe I'll have to hold off giving my predictions until the end, because I was like, okay, well, now that they've said that, I feel like it's more leaning towards true. And James Brolin was hosting. I've seen him in the Amityville Horror. You can check out my reaction to that movie as well, which was great. And you know, they try and do all these like cool shots, like these above angle, and he's talking about the light bulb, and he turns the light bulb on and reflecting back from the mirror onto him. And yeah, and I know he's just like, it's a talking head segment when he's just hosting the show, but I thought he did a good job. I definitely feel like this is a binge watch show. Like, you know, I've watched Unsolved Mysteries how many times, and Ripley's Believe It or Not, I haven't seen that show in a long time, but I remember watching it when I was younger, and they had the same, you know, premise of like, okay, is this true? Is this fiction? So yeah, this definitely feels like a show you could put on and just watch like 10 episodes of, because there's such short little segments as well. A lot of them dealing with ghosts. That seems to be the main like supernatural aspect, you know, the lady having dreams about her dream house, and then she was the one haunting the house. So that's why they were selling it. I was like, hey, lady, that's one way to get a house. You know, like how things are going these days. You do what you gotta do. Like, there's a beautiful house, and you apparently got it for super cheap. Although I wonder if she would have like taken the deal away after, considering she found out who her ghost was, which would also be super bizarre. But the guy being electrocuted, I thought for sure was true, because I'm sure I've read stories, like, again, I don't remember the name, but of people being put on death row and then being innocent, but I guess the chair not working wouldn't actually happen. And, you know, him, of course, just the timing of it. But you see stories like that in the news, so it was crazy to think that that wasn't true, just because sometimes what we see in the paper is also like, oh, what are the odds? Like, how did that happen? You know? So yeah, I feel like this show is going to take that into their advantage and kind of play into some of those instances. And the bullet in the tree one as well, I was like, oh, this can't be, like, again, it seemed too crazy to be true, so that's why I thought it was false. And then of course it turns out to be true, that this guy had, you know, gotten away with accidentally killing his wife, and he's going to chop down the tree that her best friend Revenge, you know, tried to take him out with. And the bullet somehow, like, I guess it would make sense if the chainsaw hits the bullet at the right angle, but still, again, it's just like a 1 in a quadrillion shot that would actually happen. So yeah, that was interesting. I think that was my favorite one, just because it seemed like so intense and so crazy, and I like the dream house one as well, was interesting. And I think my least favorite one was Vicky the singer, just because it felt so like, okay, it just felt so flat, and there wasn't really a lot of depth to it. And obviously we learn about the backstory, but again, the dad's acting when he finds out his wife has died, nothing. Like, I was starting to get teary-eyed watching it, because the daughter was so upset, and nothing. He's just like, well, they're dead now, and just like so flat. And I'm like, oh my god, you 10 minutes ago you're talking about like this woman was the love of your life and you miss her so much. So that kind of ruined it for me. But I didn't recognize any of the cast, except for the daughter from Vicky's story I recognized, but I didn't recognize her name or the actress, so let me know what I would know her from. But other than James Brolin, I didn't recognize, so let me know in the credits if I would recognize any of them. I'm not anticipating to seeing any big names, because I'm assuming they'd have different casts for each episode. Maybe they'd reuse some of the actors, but especially with this style of show, I'm assuming this next episode will be a very similar format. They would just bring in new actors for the reenactments for each episode. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was cool to finally get to watch it and see what it's all about, and I'm excited to continue watching it. Like I said, it seems like a very bingeable show, and I like that there's the element of trying to guess if they're real or not. And like I said, this won't be part of my regular lineup. I'm just going to do a few episodes here and there. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more content like this, if you want it to be more of like a Patreon watch along, or maybe a Patreon exclusive, anything like that. But thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. She's got a ghost. Now someone's breaking in? What? Yeah, I'm thinking it's real so far. We'll see what happens. That's the earring they were just talking about. Yeah, the pictures look real, but yeah, again, I'm curious. Now I'm like questioning everything, obviously. She never got to go to Paris either. Oh, what a horrible ending.